You live from Plymouth, Massachusetts. Don't know if any of you guys are still awake. I'm gonna try and be a little quiet until I get out of the hotel area. We're gonna go on a midnight adventure. Maybe we'll find the beach. So I made it, number one, which is good. Hey Evangelina, how you doing? I gotta admit, I have not seen a drop of news today. This morning, I don't know, I was still awake for the bus ride. Or wait, the train ride. The train ride from Albany to, or from Chicago to Albany was hell. If any of you guys ever rode on a train, at these very small aisles and you're all packed together in there in these tight quarters. Everybody's in a pissy mood and kids are crying. The train sucks. Take my advice. Don't ever take the train. The bus was a little better. I had a 5-hour bus ride from Albany to Plymouth. Oh, and guess who I saw when I first got here? Dr. Mary Crowley. I literally just got into the parking lot and my ride drove off, and here out of the hotel room comes the very lovely Dr. Mary Crowley. I got to shake her hand. First hand I got to shake here. We're gonna walk. I'm not sure entirely where I'm going, but we're gonna walk. We're gonna go on an adventure together. I did. I told her it was an honor to meet her, and she went out somewhere. When she came back and left, she goes, "I'm gonna hit the road, Jack." We were all talking. Very good people here. I'm glad I made it for one, because I about gave up in Chicago. I really did. I was very close to giving up because it was hell, but I stuck the journey out. It's kind of the point of life. It's good to see you guys are still up. God bless you, Chris. You know, I don't know. This looks like a pretty nice area. It says the beach is 6 miles, but I don't think it's that far. Yeah. Oh, it was better. It was totally better day. Just once I got here, I mean. And Chris, he helped get me a ride to get from Boston to Plymouth. God bless you, Chris. And God bless you, Lee. And all of you other patriots that helped me, because I wouldn't be here without you. And I'm learning things. I mean, I've had a great conversation tonight with some amazing patriots from all over the country, of all ages, of all types of jobs. Just, I don't know, there's some amazing people here. And I feel like if you trust in God and follow along with where He leads you, He'll lead you the right place. Which is why I'm going on a midnight adventure 1,000 miles from home. No clue where I'm going, but I'm going. Sorry about the light, the lack of light. I could stand here for a minute. There's kind of some light. But, yeah. It's wild. Pretty wild, Chris. Chris has been here before. He knows. Tomorrow at noon, we'll be going to the event where I'll meet everybody else. We had this airplane flying over when I got here. We were all sitting out on the hotel balcony. This little airplane was going over. We were waving at it. It was dipping its wings. I don't know. It was interesting. I looked it up, actually. I think the plate number was NK1890. Some real stuff going on, Patriots. You know, I know there's people on the fence about different stories, different content makers in the Patriot movement, but the idea itself, the plan, what's happening, it's all very real. It's very, very real, and the idea that God's a part of it is even more real. And if you're trying to get to the next level of this stuff, just ask him. If it's time for you to know, you'll know. The painful things we go through in life, they make you who you are. They make you stronger. If it weren't for that idea, I'd never gotten out of Chicago. Whew, I hope the beach is closer than 6 miles. Anyway, tomorrow I'll probably be filming some of the event, and there's good news. There's a cameraman here filming too, so I think they're going to do something, you know, make a video. I don't know if they'll be live or not, but keep an eye on Jerry's channel, Gideon's Army on Rumble, and then what's his YouTube channel? If you're in here, Chris, share a link to his YouTube channel. I think it's just Jerry or Jerry's channel, or that way everybody can follow along with what's going on tomorrow. Who knows, maybe you'll get to see some of the Patriots we watch standing next to me tomorrow, and maybe you can throw out some questions in the chat tomorrow, and maybe I'll know what to ask these guys. Like Juan O'Sullivan, what would you ask him if you got to meet him? What would you ask Dr. Mary Crowley? What would you ask Rachel Right Side Blonde? I can't wait to meet these people. Got to meet Dr. Crowley. That was awesome. It's good to see you guys are still up. Sorry I couldn't get on earlier. I wanted to get on and go live from each city, but it's not really how it works, man. They literally throw you from train to train, like from city to city. They don't even let you out for a cigarette half the time. They lie to you. We're gonna get out and have a cigarette in Toledo. Well, we might have stopped in Toledo. I might have been asleep in Toledo. I don't know. I didn't sleep that much. I know the coast is close, but I think I was going the wrong way. I'm gonna go the other way. Check it out. There's sand on the sidewalks. This is awesome. What are you guys doing tonight, Patriot friends? Yes, thank you guys. And again, sorry I couldn't make the lives I wanted to at the train stops, but tomorrow will be different. I think everybody's got here tonight. There are 2 different hotels. I think I see a palm tree. There are palm trees in Massachusetts? Huh. That's funky. I want to go up and touch the palm tree, but I don't think the people that live there would like that. Who all's up tonight? Yeah, I'm glad I survived Chicago too. The thing is, it about broke my heart because sitting at the train station at Chicago might be worse than being on the streets, because you're a target there. There's people watching your every move at the train station, just waiting to probably find somebody like me, but and ask you for something to eat. But you know what really broke my heart is, at first when they were doing that, and I'm telling you, in the 5, 6, 7 hours I was there, I went from $250 in my pocket to $20. And at first I thought, they're they're probably gonna go spend that on drugs, right? The first natural thought. But one or two of them, I literally seen take the money I handed to them and go straight to the restaurant. And I think some of them are genuinely hungry, and it's sad to see the city like that, a city that's the heart of the state I live in, or somewhat of the heart of the state I live in. And I don't know. Boy, I got some wild hair going on. Check that out. Whew. Alright. Back at the hotel. But that's the kind of thing we've got to change. I'm not familiar with everything about the city, obviously, and what it's like trying to find jobs in the city, but I don't know. It's kind of sad up there. I learned the hard way. Yeah. Oh, dude, that's the thing, Gerald. I knew that I needed to say no. I knew I needed to say I don't have any cash on me. I knew to keep it in my boots, which I left on the train, by the way. Lost my boots, forgot them on the train, but luckily the money was in my pocket, though it probably would have been safer in my boot. But I knew all that, Gerald. It's just, and it's not that I can't bring myself to say no, but I don't know. I felt like it's what I was supposed to do. And I literally, every time somebody came up to me and asked, I took a 20 out of my pocket and I gave it to them. Some of them were just asking if I had any change or a couple bucks because they were short for a meal. And you could figure 20 goes into 210 times. That means about 10, 11 people approached me just in the short amount of time I was in Chicago. Yeah, I did just want to help, and I can't question people's motives, but I'm on this journey by the grace of God and by the grace of all of you. Who would I be to turn somebody else away in need? So, I don't know. Some call me a sucker for it, and maybe I am. I don't know. But I'm on a journey. This is not normal for me, guys. I'll tell you, because I don't normally like traveling, really. And I didn't plan this out at all. I literally bought a ticket and left. But I needed a break. Probably needed a vacation. Maybe we all need a little adventure in our lives. It was kind of lonely in Chicago, though, I gotta admit. And I was missing you guys earlier, but then I suddenly was surrounded by half a dozen amazing patriots with amazing stories that know amazing people. So I'm really, really happy to be here. I'm excited. What would you guys ask these people? What would you guys want to know if you had a chance to be here? I'm here for you guys, so I'm glad we get to do this. What would you want to find out? What would you want to say to these people? We've been watching them for years. I think they're great people. I think they're behind a very great plan. And I think there's some amazing, exciting things that are going to happen. I don't know what's been happening in the news the past few days. I know everybody's been hung up on the Epstein stuff. Good. It's exactly the plan. That's the point. As hard as it is, as shitty as it feels, as much as Trump allowed himself to be thrown under the fucking bus, knowing that he's an innocent man, which he's done many times during this presidency, you know, talk about taking one for the team, and you'll find out he's not in those Epstein files. But people sure are looking at it now. 1,200%. 1,200% the searches were up 2-3 days ago. I can only imagine where it is now. What's been going on in the news, guys? Oh, I'll definitely thank them. This is a new me. It's a new me in a lot of ways. It's part of letting go of the old and the past. Not only will I get baptized here, but I'm gonna go swimming in the Atlantic at some point. Maybe tonight. Depending on how close it is. I know Juan sort of made people think that, and I don't know why he said that, Disco, because he came around a few days later and said, if you think everything's 1 or 2 years out, you're sorely mistaken. I think what he's saying when he says that, people keep asking, when's it going to be over? And I think he's trying to answer the wrong question because the wrong question's being asked. When is it going to be over? That's a hard question to answer. Probably never. I mean, never in our lifetimes, if you consider what the fact that we should be working on this all of our lives. But saying when's it going to be over, it's just very hard. If you're asking when there's going to be arrests, it won't be long. Will arrests make it over for some people? That may make up some people's minds, maybe not. You know, for some people, it'll be financial freedom when there's a total flip and everything's done. I'm bleeding, son of a bitch. You're going to see the crossfire hurricane Russian collusion stuff break. They could arrest Brennan and Comey anytime. They could arrest them tomorrow. And then what they're really preparing for right now is the election fraud stuff about 2020. And it will get wild. And I know people want to know certain things about this or that. I hear seagulls. I'm following the seagulls. But thing things sort of have to come in their time. You may not want the certain order of things that happen, but the election stuff is very important. People need to pay attention to who's involved, how much it's messed up our world, not just our little country, but everybody's country. 70 some different countries around the world with rigged elections. And I know, when's it going to be over, right? When will we have a free election? I mean, I think they're doing what they're doing now to make sure we know before this coming election, which isn't that far away. If you listen to SG, and I think even Juan, they talked about arrests in September, but that's for election stuff. There's supposed to be arrests for Russia before that, the Russian hoax. September is not that far away. Plus, you had the stuff with Ukraine that Lindsey Graham and other people are involved with, and we could see those arrests anytime too. I see a sign. It says Cape Cod, south. Wait, I don't want to go south. I want to go east. North, south. I guess this would be east. But that's not where the seagulls were. Okay. I'm going to trust the signs. East. Cape Cod is south. I wish I had a map right now. Everything feels backwards. You guys are like, you have a smartphone, dumbass. I know. I can't do that at the same time. Cape Cod is south. The beach should be east then, right? It should be. But it doesn't look east. It looks like it should be west, and the seagulls were coming from the west. But the beach is east. I'm going east. Fuck it. We're going east. We're going east. If I get there tonight, I'm baptizing myself in the nice cold waters of the Atlantic. Don't you guys want to come on this adventure with me? You've been here this long. I have to be back by noon though. Gotta meet the guys. It's gonna be interesting. I know you want to thank them, and I think Mary was surprised to see somebody come up to her and tell her it was an honor to meet her. So, I'm looking forward to some more great conversations tomorrow. You better not be lying to me, seagulls. I hear ya. Dude, when I was in Boston looking for the ride Chris arranged for me, this guy pulls up. He goes, Jack? And I'm like, yeah? And he's like, I'm your driver. And I'm like, just to talk to Chris. And he's like, you know, lady picking you up's Elaine. I'm like, this is the dude. He goes, Jack Segal? I'm like, nope, that's not me. And he's like, but somebody just told me to pick Jack up on the corner of Atlantic and Essex or whatever. This is weird. These streets are dark, but pretty sure I'm in a good neighborhood. I guess. I don't know. Really know where I'm at. But that's part of the fun, guys. Can you hear me all right? She is very tall. She's about my height. She's very beautiful. My Lord. She's incredibly beautiful, I have to admit. But I didn't really get to talk to her. She was turning in for the night. Wow, these are big, beautiful houses. It's very different from where I live, where I come from. These are old houses. This is old land, guys. This is old history. Didn't some sailors like land here at one point? I think there's a rock around here somewhere. Plymouth Rock. Let me check the ground real quick. I see a couple of rocks, but I don't think it's Plymouth Rock. Shut up, guys. I was hoping there was a 24-hour restaurant around here, honestly, or a gas station. It said there was a 7-Eleven, but I think it's back the other way. I haven't slept in days, but no, wait. I slept on the. I think I fell asleep on the bus ride. This guy was so rude leaving Chicago. The train we got on was packed. I mean, the first train to Chicago was empty, but leaving Chicago, oh my God. We were packed in tight. You had to sit by somebody whether you liked it or not. And I was sitting by this dude that sounded like he didn't speak that great of English. And I was dozing off, but I mean, it was impossible to sleep. The seats leaned back a tiny bit, but you're cramped in there like a sardine. And I remember, I guess, waking up, and he's staring at me. He's like, "Don't lean on me." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Sorry, I think I dozed off. You're leaning on me. Please don't do that." I mean, it was just like really creepy, rude, like, but hey, Gingeroo. Wow, your grandmother's on the Mayflower. There's so much history here. I hear a creek. I hope I don't get lost. I guess I do have a phone, but you guys enjoying this dark little adventure in Plymouth, Massachusetts we're having? I guess you can't really see anything, but don't worry, I can either. I do have a place to stay tonight, Gingeroo, and I think the whole time I'm here, thanks to Chris again, who told me that the people here were great and that I'd be surprised, but words can't really describe it. They're amazing people. I mean, imagine walking into a room with, I don't know, the kind of people we have in our chat here, getting to talk with everybody. And there's some great stories here, too. I mean, all the people here, they've dug into it hard, too. These are hard patriots that have put in the time and the research and have gone, you know, made it a part of their lives, take action against certain things. And that's really what it's all about, which is why I am here. Because my goal is really to connect the people more. I'm one of you guys. I'm just Joe Q Public, and it's important to me to have a little connection there. I mean, we networked all the time talking about these guys. We try and teach each other about the different channels that are out there, and holy crap, this is an elementary school? Oh wow. I don't know if you guys can see this place, but the campus is huge. Holy crap. Oh my god. Broke my ankle on the curb. Okay. Anyway, what was I saying? There's a lot of people that talk about how certain of these people are patriots or different things, and it could be. But we come together more, we put more pressure on these people, we force action, we force the answers we're looking for. And I'm not saying that's what you have to do, because again, some of these things just are going to come out in their own time. There's nothing you can do to change that, which is where some things become problematic, because I think you take people like Mike Gill, for instance, who wants to do things on his own time, and it's just not quite the situation we're in. It's so much bigger than people can imagine. Remember this. Remember what Sheila Holmes told you. We've tried to take back our country 7 different times and failed. Why did we fail? It tells you something about how old this is, how far back it goes. What makes it different this time is you, the public, and the internet has made that happen. That's the difference. It's allowed people to connect and to research these things. Where the hell am I? I'm really out here. I feel like the map is a bit you look at the map and it looks like the beach is just right there. It says 6 miles. No idea where I'm at. Shit, sorry. Forgot what I was saying. I know it's not that exciting. I'm excited. Should be. We're walking around Massachusetts together, but and a lot of people are sick of this stuff. People are sick of talking about it. They're sick of looking into it, but don't let up now. Don't let up now. I know that feeling. I know where some of you are at, because I was there with my head spinning, wanting to go crazy, wanting to forget about it all. I hung in there, and I think stuff like this is going to change all our lives. Being here is going to change my life, I think, which will change your lives in retrospect. I don't know. I mean, When you start getting together with like-minded people, the possibilities are endless. That's a beautiful house. Wow. They're all dark. I think everybody's sleeping in this neighborhood. Maybe I should have followed the Cape Cod sign, but oh, am I still going east? Where'd the moon go? Moon's over there. If the moon's over there, then why am I going? This feels like north. Huh. That's not very helpful. That's not a helpful sign. Going to bed, Chris. Good night, Chris. It's good to see some of you up. What would you guys like to talk about? I think I should be kind of freaked out here walking around this neighborhood, but I'm really not. This road curves. Fuck. Alright, it's alright. We'll go back. We'll follow the Cape Cod sign. Everyone goes to bed up early out here in this area. America is so damn big. I think we forget about that sometimes. I talk to a lot of other people that live in other countries, and some of them are smaller than the state of Illinois, which is, I don't know, it's got to be like 600-700 miles from the top to bottom. Illinois is a big state. And since I had to go to Chicago first, before heading east, that made my 942-mile trip more like 1,129, something like that. I don't care to do the math right now. Yeah, Russia's big too. Russia's just a frozen tundra, I think. It's hard telling what's out there. Canada's big. These other countries are big. I'm just saying. To tame a country like ours is a challenge. One that people don't seem to frown upon. Would it have worked? Sure. There was a lot of evil, a lot of corruption, and money. Money, money, money. The Rothschilds alone, as bankers, have ruled this country since the French Revolution, which is a few hundred years back. For that, though, I mean, I don't know, they talk about forces ruling things even back then. I don't think we have a clue, honestly, but that's because some of us never caught on to the fact that we were slaves. Some people, I don't know, they embrace it, I guess, compared to what life can be like. And that's not something we want to forget either, because life can be pretty miserable sometimes. Too bad they don't have the bikes like in Chicago. They got these bikes on every street in Chicago. You can just rent a bike. electric bikes. You didn't think you were gonna have to actually pedal, did you? Jesus, this is elementary school. Man, you met. That's amazing. Some lucky kids. Anyway, why am I walking so far in the dark, Gingeroo? I wanted to go on an adventure. Don't you ever get just tired of doing what you're doing? I mean, I for the past 15 months have lived and eat and shat that show of mine. And I'm not saying I'm trying to get away from the show. This is actually about the show somewhat, but it's about a different step in my life too. Yeah, they gave me a paper ID, Gerald. I went for the real ID, and they said you have to have it if you fly. Anywhere you fly, you have to have it, which is concerning because I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to fly out of here or not. They gave me a temporary one, paper one, and they told me it's up to the airline, basically. So, can I fly? I'm not sure, honestly. Whew, my back's starting to hurt. It is concerning because I'm not getting on another train. If I can't fly, or catch a ride somewhat of the way. I don't know where everybody's going, but find a bus. I think I'd rather take the bus than the train. That's how bad the train is. So, either way, so everybody knows where we're going with all this. Tomorrow, we'll be at Jerry Foley's event. We've watched so many events live and not live on the channel. This one, I'm gonna be at, and you're gonna be at. It's gonna be fun. And we're gonna get to meet some great patriots. So if I don't get eaten by a shark out in Cape Cod tonight, like Jaws. Dun, 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 dun. Didn't that take place off the East Coast somewhere? Pretty sure it was Cape Cod, something like that. Parked the car not too far from the yard. Yeah. Sooner or later, I'm going to forget which direction I'm walking. But I'm having fun. I haven't walked anywhere in a while. My ass is getting fat sitting in that damn Patriot News broadcasting chair. God, it really is dark out here. You guys can't see shit. Don't look behind me. I'm too lazy to look behind me, but I will. Yeah, it's quiet. I'm on a mission from God, Robin. nothing that can stop me now but him. So, tell me about the news today, guys. Did anybody see anything exciting on Telegram, YouTube, Rumble, whatever? Anything particular happening? Howdy, Vance. It was good. Total blackout on Flightline because they're having an exercise. Interesting. I know part of the railroad's closed between New York and Boston. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had to take that 5-hour bus ride. Which, to be honest with you, I kind of welcomed any chance to get off that fucking train. I was missing you guys today, though, feeling like I should be putting a show together and, doing my thing. Cape Cod, next left. Plymouth Center, next right. We're gonna walk to Cape Cod. Why not? Maybe. Where am I at? I am in Plymouth, Massachusetts, my friend. Coming to you live. Where tomorrow around noon we'll be meeting together with all your great Patriot friends, including Jerry Foley, Rachel Rightside Blonde, Dr. Mary Crowley, Juan O'Sullivan, Jennifer Mack, and more. So many more. Got some handshaking to do. I took a shower when I got here because, damn, that train made me feel filthy. There was a guy wearing a mask on the train that I wanted to kind of laugh at him, but then I was like, fuck, we are packed in here like sardines. Maybe he's the smart one. But he didn't look like the smart one with that mask on his face. Like a dumbass. Hello, Massachusetts. I like Massachusetts. I didn't get to see any damn mountains. I had a crappy seat on the train, so marijuana Maha bill pushed back, delayed as well. Oh, going against Biden's bill. A good meal. I had a bag of Doritos, one of those tiny bags. No, I have not eaten a day. I've been traversing for 2 days. It sucked. Alright, can I cross the street now? Crossing the street. We're gonna find the beach where Jack belongs, at the beach. I did get to meet Dr. Mary Crowley for a moment, Vance, since you just joined us. I mentioned that. It is important to me, though, to talk to him. I know the things you guys want to know and stuff like that, obviously. What I really want to talk to him about is how we can tighten the crowd, tighten the circle, how we can bring everybody together just a little bit more. And maybe, I don't know, maybe if I talk enough and people listen enough, things could change enough. It's crazy thought, I know. It's crazy. But I think it's happened before. Amazing things can happen. After all, I'm walking around Massachusetts at 1 a.m. with 37 of my good friends. I should have brought my little stick. Howdy, Salty. Good to see you, mate. I would say get stopped in by a cop around here, but probably not. Number one, I haven't seen a single cop. Number two, okay, here's the restaurant. I've seen this on the map. If I can remember where the restaurant was. The beach should be. Okay, everything in my instinct is telling me I'm backwards. The signs are pointing one way, north-south, and the beach should be east. Everything in my gut, hearing, is telling me the beach is west of me, including the freaking seagulls I keep hearing. That's one thing you guys will learn about me. I have no built-in sense of direction whatsoever. No idea where I'm at. North, south. Yeah, you can put the sun to your back. Figure out where you are in a half-assed manner. Aside from that, no idea. Illinois is different. It's just, I don't know. But it's cool to be in a different kind of place. Realize how different the country's been. How many states have I been to now? I can't remember. I was pretty out of it on the train at some point. I've been in a sitting chair-like position for 39 straight hours. My back freaking hurts. But we are still walking and talking. And I'm excited about tomorrow. I'm excited to be here in general. I don't know if I sleep anyway. Alright, here's Dunkin' Donuts. It's closed. Everything seems to be closed around here. Must not be a party town. In Illinois, there's a Taco Bell on every corner. No, not quite. Samus? Where? Samoset? There's a sign pointing to a street that doesn't exist. I'm gonna trust my instinct on this one. Ignore the signs around here. I got some light. If you're just tuning in, my friends, we're walking around Massachusetts. 1 in the a.m. I swear the beach doesn't feel like it's 6 miles. Could be 6 miles. Good Lord. I'm gonna pause for a second, Patriots. XRP has a court case. I'm alright, Gingeroo. Don't go away. I have a room tonight. Thank you to Mr. Chris for that. Chris has helped me out. There's some great patriots here. They have these townhouse rooms they rent out for the event. And there's like 4 beds in each townhouse. So, yes, I have a bed to sleep on, Gingeroo. I'm just not ready to plop my butt down on it yet. Just wanted to go on a little adventure, get some fresh air. Caught up in that train. God, never riding a train again. So help me God, I'm never getting on a train again. No way. You guys don't have to stay. I'm not trying to keep you around. Just thought we'd have a little adventure together. I'd like to find the beach, but I'm not so sure I'm going to find it. Tonight, anyway. I'm gonna try. I just don't feel like sleeping. The train, it just sucks. It's for what you pay to ride the train. I mean, it sucks. I went in to use the bathroom at one point, and the sink was full of water, and the train, it's bouncing around, you know, and there's water just going all over the place. And I'm trying to clean it up with paper towels. Wasn't my mess. I'm trying to clean it up. Finally, I walked 5 or 6 cars to the front of the train and found a couple of people that worked there. You know, the sink is full of water, and it's getting all over the damn floor. And the one lady's like, "That's because the train's moving." I'm like, yeah, it's moving, but the water shouldn't be in the sink. I don't think she understood their damn sink wasn't draining. Gotta admit, this town's kind of quiet and dead. Walk around long enough, maybe everything will open back up. I am having fun though. No. Good to see you, Robin, Dom, Gingeroo, Salty, Disco. I can't wait to be back where I can do our shows again next week. First one will probably be Saturday or Sunday. There's a cop. First cop I've seen. Wish this Dunkin' Donuts was open. I need some coffee. Follow the cop. He knows where there's coffee at, I'm sure. First one back will probably be Sunday. Unless I fly. If I fly back, could be Saturday. Could even be as early as Friday, but you're still gonna see me this week. Gonna be going live from the event. We'll be hopefully talking to some of these patriots. Be nice to do an interview with somebody. Maybe just some shorthand questionnaire. Hey, Mr. James. I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing good. Having fun. Wish I knew who was in that airplane that flew over the townhouse. I don't know. There's something magical, I have to say, being around these patriots. I hope that you guys get an opportunity to come to an event like this, or if one comes to your area, and they do, all of these guys do different events all around the country, all year long, basically. You can always catch them somewhere. Hey, Lisa. God bless you. Good to see you. I'm enjoying my journey. And you guys get to join me on my journey. That's the exciting part. I'm on a little bit of a patriot quest. It's not about digging for answers. It's about bringing everybody together, helping the people out any way we can, basically. Maybe tomorrow when I come on, I'll have looked at some news first, too. You guys are filling me in, though. I have not, Ginger. Well, I got to meet Dr. Mary Crowley when I first got here. And then, yeah. She's staying at the same place I'm at. And then we've got, I haven't met the other guys yet. There's so many great people out here. Just, I don't know. It's the everyday, ordinary people that are amazing too. They've all got their stories, and great experiences, great things they've researched, and I don't know. Put a bunch of us tinfoil hatters in a room. It's actually a pretty fun conversation. I haven't had a good conversation like that in a while. I mean, like, person to person. I have good conversations with you guys all the time, but I can't see you. Okay. Where am I now? Which way do I want to go? Dun, 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 dun. I don't know. We'll go this way. What's also awesome is the weather's pretty nice out here. What are you guys doing up? That's the question. Why are you guys awake? Shouldn't you guys be asleep, patriots? Couldn't sleep either. So you're walking around with me in no man's land. I gotta tell you, the train station in Chicago, as horrible a place as it is, the architecture there is pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. There's a little gas station right here. I understand why nothing's open this late, because there's nobody out here. It's just me. I'm so sitting down for a minute. There's a coffee house. I bet it's not open though. Nope. Okay. Running out of cigarettes. I'm already back on the pipe. When's my birthday? October 7th. 107. But yeah, nope, done run out of cigarettes a long time ago. And I get why no one can afford them in Chicago. That's why they all come up to you on the streets, because it's like an arm and a leg for a pack of cigarettes. Come on. There we go. That's better. Is Juan in disguise. You know what's funny about that, Gingeroo? A lot of people have been talking about there being multiple Juans. It's pretty interesting. What do you guys think about that? A lot of people look at some of those old events that he was at on YouTube and look at him now, and they don't see the same person. I don't know. That's a good question too, Dominic. I don't know. There's the things happening. I don't know. It's gets pretty next level. I told you guys about my theory regarding Tennessee, right? I mean, a while back we saw Sean Taylor come out talking about his investigation of the TBI, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, because of a lot of things. They were doing a lot of bad things. Basically, like their own little mafioso, buying houses that didn't exist and just fake contracts. And anyway, he's investigating. They came after him, trying to get his files, so he went public. And I feel like Trump needed an in. And then there was the kid that went missing down there just a few miles away from Sean Taylor's investigation. And through that, the FBI was inserted into the investigation. I think the missing persons case was a way to insert the FBI into it to spy on the TBI. Is that making any sense? Probably not. But I don't know. Let's see. What else have we talked about? John Kennedy. We talked about John Kennedy. A lot of us do not believe that he was assassinated. I can tell that right off talking to a lot of people. Which is pretty fantastical. I should tell you how long this stuff's been going on. I feel kind of weird doing these lives from my phone and not doing a show. No, I don't see anything open, Miss Sodom. That's okay. They do have those little coffee pot things in the room, but I'm guessing there's probably no sugar or anything like that. Ugh. Dun, 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 dun. I'm just happy to be here. I'll probably get some rest here soon enough. I'm not far from the hotel. I'm pretty much back in the area. I don't think I was gonna make the beach tonight, but tomorrow I'm gonna be at the beach sometime. I don't know. I'll find out what time the event's I don't want to like ditch off from everybody, but I have to see the beach at some point. Yeah, I'm definitely turned around a bit as far as knowing where the beach would be from where I'm at. I have no clue, actually. I saw the map. Yeah. Totally turned around. Gotta admit. It's so weird being so quiet out here. This really is just a little nice town, isn't it? In Illinois, there are methed up people walking around all the time, usually. I shouldn't say that. They're drunk idiots, too. There's always people walking around Illinois doing stupid things. Papaya. When is the baptism? I don't know, actually. Tomorrow at noon is the event where we get together with Jerry and everything starts. I don't know. I'm not even quite sure what the event is. You don't know much about it. Interesting. I really am on a little journey. I'm kind of enjoying it. Not always a fan of the trip, but yeah, it is dark out here. There's no lights around anywhere. Few. It's a nice little motel. I see a chair. Since I'm a guest here, I'm gonna sit in it. Oh. I needed to walk a little bit though. My back was unforgiving sitting for that long. Any of you guys live around here? I don't know if I've had anybody on that says they live in Massachusetts, come to think of it. I wonder if anyone here came as far as I did. That's another good question. It doesn't seem like that far when you think about it, and then it's like, oh yeah. It's a long 1,000 miles to get here. Now we got some light. Your mom's in South Dennis. The East Coast is something different in general. It's just, there's so many people up here. I've grown up in a very different part of the country. There we go. It's a little better. Tomorrow, we get to meet people. So, what would you guys ask? What would you guys talk about with these patriots we're going to meet tomorrow? I still can't believe I'm here. Chris says something about, hey, all the patriots to get together and Massachusetts. And I remember saying, I wish I could go to that. Now I'm here. It's weird how that works. I do wish I had planned it out just a tad bit better, though. I am going to see about flying back. I would like to fly back. Very much. Not just because I've never been in a plane, because the train sucks. Unity, people, unity. We're going to figure out how to get people together more. I think most of it's all set in motion anyway, but maybe me being here, I'll find my place somewhere. You know, there's a few other people here, I think, that do their own shows or podcasts. Could work together with people. I was telling them, there's multiple people filming Jerry's event with their phones. I said, we all ought to give our footage to the guy that's filming the event. So I have all these different camera angles. The Outer Banks, Southwest Airlines. I thought I read that there's an airport here, but not sure. I do want to fly, though. Really do want to fly. But I really need to find that out pretty quick if I am flying and how much a ticket is, because how much money I have, if any, while I'm here is sort of based around that. Takeoff is a rush. Ask one about the body area network. Is that the stuff that Elon Musk's working on, you mean? Like the chip, the Neuralink, and just stuff that... I know there is some of that. It's probably a good thing on a medical level, but there's a line that gets crossed somewhere there between doing it for actual necessity and doing it for whatever purpose. Some people, let's see if I can get back to Boston, stop in MIT and request to teleport back. And there we go. I'd hope I could maybe do a little interview with Dr. Mary Crowley since she's staying here at the same hotel. Maybe do an interview with her before we leave tomorrow or something. I don't know. But I hope to do some fun things and get some good footage and bring you guys into this little world that I've just stepped into. But a world that we've been following for a very long time, and I feel like this is gonna be a pretty big change for things after this. The way we all look at things, or the channel in general, I don't know. It's just a lot of change in the air. I gotta admit, it's not what I expected to be doing this summer, since I keep getting stuck doing things for people in need during the summer. And the channel, I figured I would be working every single day this summer. So it is nice to be out. The John F. Kennedy Museum's here in Plymouth. My location's Plymouth, Massachusetts. The date I want to leave would be the 18th is the last day of the event. So I'd probably like to leave on the 18th, maybe the 19th. Hyannisport. I thought this is pretty close to Martha's Vineyard, isn't it? It's like in the area. That's pretty cool. I really have no idea probably how rich in history this area is, honestly. But I like finding that stuff out. I like exploring. I want to look at the beach. I like to look at the rocks and stuff like that. The shells and I hope I see more palm trees. JFK Museum in Hyannisport. Pilgrim Memorial State Park. Wow. There is some cool stuff to do here, huh? Not doing news this week. I hope I don't lose viewers or probably just gonna turn this on and be like, what the hell's he doing? No, I honestly don't care. I don't care about the numbers anymore. I'm pretty blessed to have as many followers as I do because I've seen a lot of Patriot channels out there lately that really don't have much of a following. The followings are all in these specific places, and a lot of people get stuck with the Patriots they're on, or they don't look for new people talking about stuff. And I don't know, it's weird how that works, but I don't know. I'm too tired to think. Sleep starting to sound pretty good. 2 o'clock. Probably be coffee time before I know it. I was waiting till I'm absolutely ready to go to sleep before I go back. I'm sharing a room. Very nice people, but I don't want to wake them up. I'm used to rough sleep. I'm usually working and the TV's on, the computer's going. I usually fall asleep sitting up. It's so quiet out here. I could just about fall asleep out here, and it would kind of be amazing, I think. I was trying to read at the train station. I'm pretty sure I was dozing off in my book. And I was trying to write something at one point on the train. And I was falling asleep doing that. And you know what's real nice? I'm not surrounded by tall buildings. Chicago, it's nice. It's beautiful, but I don't like that kind of jungle. It's not my kind of jungle. It's just not me. I don't know. It's not what I'm used to, but let's see. Big day tomorrow. Yes. But I wanted to take time to talk to you guys and update you. And seriously, um, if you're really looking for an answer to all this stuff and really want to understand, you really have to do, I mean, you really have to pray on it. You got to bring God into it because He's all, this is totally His thing happening right now. It's there is some amazing things happening. Um, and without his guidance, I just don't think people are going to get quite to the answer. You really do need him to guide you. He'll guide you where he wants you for your purpose, to the answers you need to know when you need to know them. I want to take a moment to remind you guys again that this time 9 years ago, I was in a hospital for trying to commit suicide, and I had a very bad drug problem. My life had been bad anyway. I mean, we'd had problems. We had gotten things back on track. I was going to school. I was kicking ass in college, but I don't know, it happened, and opiate addiction was about the worst thing in the world. It was dark times. I know I've talked about it, and I've been sober for 7 years now, but I'm just telling the story because you can turn your life around. You can completely do a 180 from whatever you're stuck in or living or whatever horrible thing you're going through. If you had asked me 9 years ago if I'd ever be here involved in something like this or doing something like this or even know anything about it, I don't know. I wouldn't. I don't know. It was sad seeing the people. People were trying to sell me drugs in the city. Um, that was sad to see. Sort of like a flashback of what I remember my hell being like. I was very disconnected, and the worst part about that time period on drugs is I left God out of it. I don't know if it was my choice or I didn't turn my back on God during that time. I just disconnected myself. I think I felt like he wouldn't want to have anything to do with me at the time. Sleazeball, heroin addict, and I didn't give up on him. He didn't give up on me. I just disconnected myself, and it was the wrong thing to do. He probably could have gotten me through it quicker, and he probably did help get me through it ultimately. Um, wasn't long after that I saved my buddy's life, I think. I mean, he was blue when I found him. That was a horrible day, for God's sakes. You know, this guy was my closest friend at the time. Um, I knew he was using, and I was still using. And in the mornings, I would give him a ride to work, you know, at like 9 in the morning or something. And every morning, he'd give me a call 5, 10, 15 minutes till, make sure I was up to give him a ride. And he'd called me that morning, like always, and he was still getting ready and told me, I'll call you when I'm ready to meet you at the car. And I was watching the clock, and he wasn't calling me, and it was getting closer and closer to time. And so I tried calling him, and it wouldn't answer. And I tried to call his house phone, and nobody answered. And my first thought was, you know, maybe he got a ride to work for somebody else, but I couldn't shake the bad feeling I had, and I walked over to his house, and through the front door I could see his backpack that he took to work every day. So I knew he was still there, and I just knew something was wrong. I knew something was wrong, and his front door was locked, and he had 2 dogs that would bite. And I was standing downstairs trying to yell up at his window, and I felt very helpless in that moment, knowing my closest friend was just upstairs, potentially dying, and I couldn't get to him. So I had to come up with something pretty quick, and I remembered that when he would forget his key, I would see him climb through this window in the back of his house. And I was afraid of getting bit by the dogs, so I ran home and got my brother, and I told him to ring the doorbell while I crawled through the back window. That way he'd distract the dogs. So I did. I crawled through the window and went upstairs, and his door was locked, but I could see through the crack that he was face down on the ground. And so I busted his door open, and I called the ambulance. I didn't think about anything else. I didn't pick up the drugs or hide the paraphernalia or anything. When I lifted his head up off the ground, because he was face down in a puddle of vomit. I mean, just when I lifted his head up, his whole face was blue, this horrible blue color. Anyway, that was that story. And he called me from the ambulance and told me what a piece of shit I was for calling the ambulance for him. You did this. You need to come out here and give me a fucking ride home. I do miss my friend. We were good friends, but we were just very different people. And his son was born right about the same time as my daughter, less than a year afterwards. And they were the cutest kids playing together, these little blonde-haired kids. They both had the blondest hair. But his son died last year. I still haven't even talked to him. The whole situation's sad. He wasn't an addict either, but he decided to do something one night, and somebody gave him a pill, and it was fentanyl. Just killed him like that. He was just turned 18. don't know what he's doing now. I don't imagine he's handling losing his son pretty well, but it's a sad story. My brother, his good friend, his sister was an addict. She died that same day. It's just a bad batch of heroin came into town or something. I don't know. Too strong for people. Seen a lot of people die from this shit. It's the worst stuff on the planet because people think it's not dangerous, and it is horribly dangerous. And it uses no discretion either. It will kill you. Doesn't matter if you're healthy or not healthy, big, small, skinny, overweight. It just stops your heart. Sad little tale. Call him. Yeah, I don't know where he's at these days. I don't know his phone number. When I left town, um, I changed my phone number. He wasn't talking to me at the time anyway. See, he had gotten a new girlfriend at the same time I had tried to kill myself. Somewhere right, I think a few days after that, he got a new girlfriend, and she decided that he couldn't talk. She was trying to get him off drugs, and she had decided for him that he couldn't talk to anybody that still used drugs. I think that was one of the last conversations I had with him, telling me that he wasn't allowed to talk to me. He's a good guy. I mean, but he's very different than me. He's not into politics and shit like that. Just one of my friends I grew up with. Other than that, I don't know where the rest of them are. A lot of them died. A few of them are in jail. I wish I could go back to some of the last times we were all together, which was probably like 2005, and tell them how life was going to change and how things were going to get better. But it's just not how life works. And if I could, maybe they'd all be here with me now. Some of them I did. My buddy Miles, I really tried to help. I really wanted to see him get off drugs. He was so damn smart. He had a master's degree and a good family that loved the shit out of him. And the problem was his family had money, and he just couldn't stop the drugs. He just couldn't stop. And it killed him. Runs families, runs lives. Things do happen for a reason. I was talking about that earlier, just listening to some of these patriots tell the stories of the hell they've gone through. They've all got stories of shit they dealt with or went through or had to put up with, especially from all the MAGA stuff. And it's very true. Everything you go through, God does it to make you stronger, whether you believe it or not. It's and for a purpose. even if we don't understand, which a lot of times we don't. Looking at your posts. Yeah, I am on a very different path now. A much less selfish path. I was on the selfish road for way too long. I think that's part of why maybe God was testing me yesterday in Chicago. I couldn't do it. I couldn't lie. I couldn't say, sorry, I don't have any money for you. I can't help you. Or, I don't know. I felt like I was supposed to do it. It felt like I was going to get here, whether I had that money in my pocket or not. So that's a good point, too. Could have been angels in disguise. Could have been Christ in disguise. How do you know? I don't know. Yeah, I could have bought me things with that or had it for more different reasons, but I don't know. It just is what it is. I got here with no earthly reason for why I should have got here. When I told my family I was going to Massachusetts, they thought I was crazy. You're not going to Massachusetts. How are you going to get there? You're not going to Massachusetts. Yes, I am. Do you have a place to sleep? I don't know. I'm still going. I don't know. I'm supposed to be here. That's all I know. I'm supposed to be here. And when I got out of the car and Elaine left, I was sort of sitting here for about 10 seconds by myself in the parking lot. And then there's Dr. Mary Crowley all of a sudden standing in front of me. It's the craziest thing ever. There she was, just out of nowhere. Tomorrow, I get to shake Jerry's hand and Juan's hand and all kinds of cool people. It was pretty awesome. I do, Mr. James. I do have a room. Which I'm going to be heading to shortly. Yeah, it is tomorrow already. All these guys will be getting up for coffee at some point. But we don't have to be at the event till noon, so I would get a little sleep time. You guys going to watch me get baptized? You don't know how much that means to me. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like it's gonna be like having my family there. Sort of not like, but is. Will be having my family there. You guys will be there with me. It's gonna be awesome. That airplane flying over was so weird. It was flying very low over this hotel and it started waving at it and it was dipping its wings It was like waving back. I don't know. It's weird. It's a small plane. I got on the computer real quick and I thought I gotta look up what this is. All I saw was NK 1890, NK 1890. I'll have to look up the rest when I'm not so out of it. Tell one Q sent me. I can't wait to sleep or swim in the bay. There's a pool here, but I'm going to the beach. You don't need a swimming pool when you're at the beach. I guess you do need it if you're going to get baptized here, but I could think of a better place to be baptized, or a better way to be baptized, or with better people to be with and getting baptized. So I'm really kind of excited about that. I hope they gather after a rest. Spirit Flying, that's the name of the plane? Really? Huh. Does it say where it's out of or anything about it? That's pretty awesome. Spirit Flying. I like that. It's wild. Hey Lee. Hi Lisa. You guys rock. Thank you to both of you, by the way. I can't tell you how much all this really means to me, and I hope that I'm able to take the things I learn here and use them to help the channel, help people, help the world. I just hope I can have a tiny, small influence as a small representative of you all, my people, and talk about what can be done to, and some of it is meant to be this way. You're not meant to have all the answers. We talked about this the other day. It's just you're not that you're not meant to have the answers. It's just it's better when you come to the answers yourself, when you do that research and it all finally clicks. That's when it's really exciting. Some of it you're meant to see, and some of it they try to kind of help you see, and Trump's been doing a lot lately to help people see through this. They've got alter egos online and stuff. They're everywhere. They're in chats. What Trump's got Donaldo Trumpo. At least that way he can say what he wants to say without saying it as the president, I guess. This is really weird. I'm looking at myself and I'm blinking, but it doesn't look like my eyes are blinking at all. It's because they're drooping. My eyes are drooping. Sleep is coming soon. Oh, I am Dominic. It's gonna be awesome, but I can't wait for you guys to get an inside look tomorrow. So, yeah, I hope you tune in tomorrow. You definitely should tune in tomorrow. I think it's gonna be fun. I think you're gonna be excited to see, and in-depth view of being there. You're getting to see me, just the regular old dude there. with all these awesome Patriots in the know. The event starts at noon. I don't know when I'll go on. Depends on what they do at the event and how long it is. It will be sometime after noon. What is today? Is it Wednesday now? So tired. Traveling for 2 straight days is horrible. I can't imagine what the pioneers went through traveling in their covered wagons. So very long. Gonna smoke one more pipe. And in we go, because my battery's low again. So anyway, that all said, I'm getting off here, Disco, but I hope you all tune in tomorrow and are here with me to see all these great Patriots in one place, see what they have to say, and maybe see me shaking their hands, whatever. Can't believe I made it here. It's with the grace of God and all of you good Patriots. So God bless you. And I think I owe you guys a good interview, so some sleep would probably do me good for tomorrow. I was getting a little stressed out on the bus. All right. I'll also try and do something with the news tomorrow where I can do a little news show sometime in the evening, probably. Won't be exactly the same as we normally do it, but it'll be news. You'll get your updates, your posts, and all that good stuff. So, some point, don't know when, whenever I have time to do it. But God bless you guys, and thank you for getting on here and talking to me tonight, and joining me on this little adventure. Didn't go too far, but we will find the beach together. Yeah, Chicago was horrible, but you know what? I needed to see that, Dominic. This is my state. It's been my state my whole life. I'm interested in politics like I've always been. Something needs to be done to change Chicago, to change Illinois. And so, I don't know. Maybe I can find a way to be a part of that. It's got to happen one way or the other. So maybe I needed to see that. Maybe I needed to experience that. I kind of think I did. But that's how God works. I love you guys. God bless you. We've got an exciting day tomorrow. We're going to meet the people themselves. Shake the hand of the man himself. Yeah. I can't help but say it. I'm a little excited to meet Juan O'Sullivan. I just am. I've been watching him for a long time, and I think he's a good guy. You guys get to be there for it, so I'm out of here for tonight. Time to go get some sleep. You'll see me again tomorrow, live from Plymouth, Massachusetts, folks. Yeah, we're going to get some interviews. We're going to rock this Patriot world. We're all going to get on the same page. All for the people. I don't know how, but I know this. Rachel's going to be here. She's, editor of the George magazine now. You got other podcasters with shows here. I don't know. Maybe I'll collaborate on something with somebody. Who knows? Do great things. It's a great opportunity. And yes, I can't wait for that baptism. It's going to be amazing. I don't know if it's tomorrow or another day. This goes on for about 3 days, so we'll see. Alright, I'm up. Let's see if I remember what room I'm in. I remember. Alrighty, guys. I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good night. Get some sleep. Tomorrow we'll have some fun. Love you guys. And thank you again to all of you for helping me get here. And a particular thank you to Chris and Lee and Lisa and all of you again. I know there's been so many of you that helped out. But the 3 I named, you specifically, help me, help me connect with people here and stuff. So I appreciate that so much. I'm excited. Alright, much love, my friends. Let Juan give me a ride home. I bet he's going west. He's probably flying out here. I don't know. We'll see. Wouldn't that be the shit? I couldn't even imagine that. That would be a hell of a conversation. I wouldn't sleep the whole ride. He does like to drive. I don't know. Maybe he will drive out here. I know that Dr. Mary Crowley's sleeping like 30 feet from where I'm standing. That's so crazy. It's wild. That's wild. Here with great people. Alright, my friends. I'm going to go in quietly so I don't wake anybody, but love you guys. Tomorrow we're going to have a fun day. I promise you. It'll be interesting. Thank you again, Patriots. Get some rest. I'll see you tomorrow. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.